The Christian home. I don't know how long we'll go in this series, probably at least 4 Sunday nights, perhaps longer, on the home. I'm shocked at how little people know about a home and what makes a home. And I'll tell you this, a house doesn't make a home. A lot more to a home than having a house. A church building don't make a church. Neither does a house building make a house. To have a home, you have to have more than that. Matthew 19, tonight's message will be guideposts for building a happy Christian home. Matthew 19, verses 3 through 9. Jesus' instruction on the home. And I think we ought to listen to his instructions and heed his instruction. There could be no greater one to give us advice on the home than the Lord himself. The Pharisees also came unto him, tempting him, and saying unto him, Is it lawful for a man to put away his wife for every cause? And he answered and said unto them, Have ye not read that he which made them at the beginning made them male and female? And said, For this cause shall a man leave father and mother, and shall cleave to his wife, and they twain shall be one flesh. Wherefore there are no more twain, but one flesh. What therefore God hath joined together, let not man put asunder. They say unto him, Why did Moses then command to give a writing of divorcement and to put her away? He saith unto them, Moses, because of the hardness of your heart, suffered you to put away your wives. But from the beginning it was not so. And I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication, and shall marry another, committeth adultery. And whoso marrieth her which is put away, doth commit adultery. His disciples said unto him, If the case of the man be so with his wife, it is not good to marry. But he said unto them, All men cannot receive this saying, say they to whom it is given. Now Jesus here is asked the question about marriage and divorce and remarriage and the home, and so he tries to cover the entire scope of the Christian home. Now, no one has simple answers for the home, and I'm not an authority on the home. I do understand what the Bible teaches about the home, and if you want to know what God says about the home, I can give you that. There's no greater authority on the home than God and the Bible. And I think we ought to come back and go with the Bible. There are too many books out on marriage in the sense that do not necessarily go with the Bible. But I think, first of all, if we're going to build a Christian home, we need to know what God says about it and build it around what God says. And so I think we ought to heed these words of Jesus Christ. Life's greatest defeat comes when one is defeating and building a home. Now you, at first thought, won't think much about that, but that's a loaded statement. Life's greatest defeat does not come in wars. It does not come in battles or race riots. Life's greatest defeat comes when one who is defeated in building a happy Christian home. That's why we have so much bitterness in our land today. If you really check it out, many of these people that are sowing bitterness in our country, many of them got defeated in building a proper home. Many of them had bad experiences in the home, and that's why they're out sowing discord and all of that. And life's greatest thing is to build a Christian happy home. That's the greatest achievement that you can accomplish in life, because you will not be any stronger spiritually than your home. We cannot build any greater church than the homes that people come from. Our nation is no greater than the home. You can gauge the temperature of any nation by the condition of their homes. And so we need to understand that a happy home does not come with the wedding certificate, but it's built over long years of togetherness. It does not mean that you're going to be totally happy the day you come and are married and you take a marriage certificate home with you. That's only the starting place. It takes a lifetime to build a happy home. Too many times people do not know how to go about building a home. They do not cultivate the love in a home. You know, a home, when you're in the process of building a home, you've never built it. You're always building it. You don't ever build your home and say, now we've accomplished everything we ever accomplished, so we're just going to sit down and relax. Hey, you build a home till death do you part. You're always working on it. You're always building it. You're always looking for better ways and greater ways and better ways to strengthen the home. And so we need to build our homes and strengthen our homes. We need to do things in our homes that builds a happy home. Now, God intended that we should have a happy home if we're Christians. If we know the Lord and the home is built upon Christ and both members of the home know the Lord, it is God's intention and God wills it and wants it for that home to be happy. Now I realize with unsaved people and people who do not serve Christ, many times they destroy their own homes. But we're talking about basically a Christian home, and by a Christian home we mean the mother and dad both have received Christ, and the children who are old enough to understand have received Christ, and they all know the Lord, and they're trying to build a happy Christian home. That's what a Christian home is. Everybody in your home is saved tonight. You have more to be thankful for than you really understand. And I don't mean your little children under school age or under the age of understanding, but if everybody in your home is that's old enough to understand the gospel, if they're saved, you have more to work with. You have more toward building a happy home than anybody in this world who's ever lived in the past, present, or will live in the future. You got the materials to build a happy home. We ought to work at our homes. You know, a lot of people work in dating, and when they're courting, they work at it, and after they get married, they don't work at it anymore. And I know a lot of girls that just look like they walked out of a beauty parlor, and they've been married 6 months, and you wouldn't recognize them. And, man, they just quit working at it. Now, you have to work at it. And the older you get, the harder you have to work at it. It takes hard work to keep yourself in good shape and looking decent nowadays. And you have to work at it. And folks say, well, I don't believe in outward attraction. That's how you got attracted originally, by outward attraction. If outward attraction meant nothing, you wouldn't have been attracted originally. And so if that's true, and it is true, you better make sure you work on it. And so the little things mean a lot in the home. Did you know the average complaint of the average member of a home that comes to me or to other ministers, you can bind it all up and put it in a big box, but it's all little petty things that the other partner thinks it mean nothing, but it means everything. You better work at that home. You know, too many people put their best foot forward and they work at it while they're dating and they're courting, and they never work on it after they get married. Man, that's when you need to work on it, after you get married. Too many people get married and give up. You say, well, it's all over and life's all behind me, and I mean, there's no need to bathe anymore and get my hair done and look nice. I've already got my husband or wife. You better do that to keep them. Somebody else will take them away from you. You say they got the right character. That won't happen. That has nothing to do with character. That has to do with temptation and sin and the devil. So you better work on the home, and you better keep working on the home and stay with the home. And you'd better do things like when you were courting, and you better keep courting, for love dies if it's not courted and not nurtured and brought up. So you have to do that. I'll give you some things I do. I might get you fellas in trouble, but anyway, I'll tell you, all I can give you is personal experience. I never let a week go by that I don't take my wife out to dinner or lunch, just me and her. You say that's expensive. That's cheaper than alimony. It's cheaper than alimony. There's a lot of things cheaper than alimony. You only get what you pay for anyway. And so we need to understand that. Now, you ought to do that. You men say, well, that means nothing to me. It doesn't always mean anything to me, because I eat out almost every meal. I probably only eat one meal a day at home. All my other meals are eaten out through meeting people and having to meet people and in different kind of meetings and everything. So I eat out a lot. I eat out so much it's not even exciting to eat out to me. But, you know, the wife stays at home all the time, and so she doesn't eat out like that, and so I take her out to eat. And so we need to do that. Many of you men, you eat a lunch on the job, or you go out and eat, and so you're out mingling with the public, and you're eating out a lot. Your wife's home a lot. It'd be nice to come home some evening and say, hey, let's go out to dinner, just me and you. Say, what about the kids? Well, send them to McDonald's. They'd rather go there anyway. You better do something with your wife. Hey, listen, you had a wife before you had any kids, and you're going to have a wife long after you don't have any kids. You know, too many people have kids and they ruin their marriage with kids. They cater to them kids and they lose the love between husband and wife. And many people that get divorced after the kids get grown, their home went on the rocks many years before because they give all their time to their children and catered to their children and lost the love between husband and wife. A lot of women don't even know what to do when the kids get grown. They spend all their time on the children instead of on the husband. And so we'd better be careful in our homes. These are problems that crop up in our homes, and you might be shocked at the problem that might be brewing in your home and you're unaware of it. And so you better take care of things in the home. You better do things together. Me and my wife try to do something every week together, just us. Now, it's not important what we do, but it's important that we do something together. And so you better build a home. You see, homes are built, and love is nurtured, and love grows, and love can be stifled and killed. And so what might be insignificant to you men might be very important to your wife. When we got married, I insisted that my wife go to the beauty parlor every week. I insisted she goes. I will not let her quit. She's tried to quit. I will not let her quit. I will not let her quit. Now, you say, well, that's not important. To me, it's not. I mean, I can go in there and, throw a little water and soap on my hair and just comb it back, and I'm all set to go. But, women can't always do that. And another thing, it's good to get out there and hear all that talk that goes on in the beauty shop. You get caught up on everything. There's two places you learn everything, at the beauty shop and the barber shop. And those are nice places to go to. It's amazing what you can learn. I go to the barber shop, I try to listen. You can learn what men are thinking about in the barber shop. You can learn the problems of society in the barber shop. You can learn, you see. So it's important, those things. So we need to nurture love and grow it and make it strong and do a lot of little things together. And things within themselves are not expensive, but things that build and weld and make a strong home. We need those things today.